Alright, so this was your number 24. Using difference quotient. Your formula for difference quotient is, oh, it's not writing. Alright, so you will have f(x minus x plus h). Oh, what did just happen? Let me just get rid of this one first. Okay, so you have f(x plus h minus f of x all over h. Okay, so the idea is you will, for this part, well, f of x is just whatever is your function, right? F of, let me see, is this recording? Okay, so f of x plus h is whenever you see x, you will replace it with x plus h. So let's do that. So for this one, I'm gonna copy 1 over, you see that x, that becomes x plus h plus 25. So this is your f of x plus h minus f of x is just all of that, 1 over x plus 25 all over h. Okay, and so now you have two fractions inside your own fraction. So now I'm going to put over h here just to make sure it's taken care of. Now these are two fractions. You want to have a common denominator by just multiplying these two. So your common denominator will be both of them, x plus h plus 25 times x plus 25. Okay, so we would like to combine these two fractions. It's like, for example, if you want to do 1/3 plus 2/4. Okay, so now their common fraction, the common denominator will be 3 times 3 times 4, which is actually 12. That's what we're doing here. This fraction in that that denominator and that denominator, we're multiplying them just like this. And so what happens to the 1 and 2? We already have a 1 here. Let me change this one to 5, okay, just to make a point. So this becomes a 5 from the original with 3. You will multiply it with 4, okay, plus 2. The 2 you will multiply with 3. Okay, so these two denominators will be multiplied. Now take the first numerator, you multiply it with the other denominator because that's not part of it. And then the 2 you will also multiply with the other denominator, which is 3. That's basically what we're doing here. So for this fraction, you have that denominator, you will do 1 times, well, you don't have that, so it will be x plus 25. I don't know if you can see this, but let me check the color. Okay, so this becomes 1 times x plus 25. Okay, 1 times this minus 1 times that. Okay, 1 times x plus h plus 25. Okay, so but this is the main division sign. So I'm going to copy that here. This one, I have h, and then the two denominator, and then on top, x plus h plus 25. You need to keep track of your fraction. Okay, this is the longest bar. Okay, so now you will distribute the 1. So you have x plus 25. You will distribute the negative 1 to this 3. So this becomes minus x. Minus 1 times negative 8 times h becomes minus h. Negative 1 times 25 minus 25 equals. Okay. So if you notice, I keep on writing the major division line because I don't want to I don't want to lose that. So now I'm gonna copy this. X plus h plus 25 times x plus 25. Okay, simplify this. X and negative x, that will cancel out. 25 and negative 25, that will cancel out. You only have negative h left. Okay, equals. Now, remember dividing fraction? Let's say 2/3 divided by 5, 6. The idea here, it becomes keep it. You keep the numerator, 2/3. The division line becomes a multiplication, and then you flip. Okay, keep, change, flip. That's the same thing here. We will keep this. That's why I want to make sure that this is your main division line. You keep that. So I'm going to copy that. Negative h over x plus h plus 25 times x plus 25. This is your main, this is your numerator. This division line becomes a multiplication, and then the reciprocal, keep it, change it, flip. You need to flip the h. That's basically h over 1, right? So that you multiply this with 1 over h because it's a reciprocal. Now this h and that h can be divided by h. You can simplify them. So here you have negative 1, and here you have 1, meaning negative h divided by h, you have negative 1. H divided by h, you have 1. And so now simplifying, negative 1 times 1 is negative 1 all over. This times 1 is that x plus h plus 25 times x plus 25. Okay, so this is your final answer. So now if you look at your options, well, that's 25, that's 1, this could be. All right, so you have negative b. Let's look at it. Well, obviously this is not it, right? You need this as the denominator, so you could only have c, a, or b. Now you have to have 1 in the numerator, so this is out. This is wrong. It could be between these two. But your 1 here is positive. Your 1 here is actually negative. See this negative sign here? That covers that negative. That's why letter C is the correct answer. Okay, so now let's move on to this other problem. All right, this is the other one. This is a little bit long, so you need to really bear with me on this. All right, so the first one is f of x plus h plus h, x plus h, okay, f of that minus f of x all over h. Okay, I will start here. Every time you see x, you put x plus h. So x plus h minus 15 all over x plus h plus 3. So this is your f of x plus h minus f of x, you just copy that, x minus 15 over x plus 3 all over, maybe I should use a red line there, all of these divided by h, okay? All right, equals, I'm gonna start with a division line, put h here, this, okay, remember we will multiply them to get your common denominator. I'm gonna multiply them out. So x plus h plus 3 times x plus 3. Okay. Now, the x plus this one right here, put that in parentheses, parentheses. So you copy that, multiply to this, minus, copy that, multiply to this. So let's do this, copy this, x plus h minus 15 times this, x plus 3 minus, copy this, x minus 15 times, multiply that, x plus h plus 3. Okay, equal sign, red line, okay. H here, Now this, we need to distribute that. So this is trinomial by binomial. Okay, so let's make sure we keep track. We multiply x first. Let's do this. Okay, let's do x. Multiply x to x and x to 3. So now you would have x squared. Oops, I need to copy that first. X plus h plus 3. This is the denominator. X plus 3 all over. Okay. All right. X times x squared, x times 3, 3x. So you're done with x. Now we will work on h. You multiply this 2. So now you have plus xh plus 3h. Okay. Next, we will use negative 15, right? Negative 15 to these 2. So negative 15x and then negative 45. All of these is just for this. Okay, minus. Now this is a minus sign, so you need to enclose all the answer inside parentheses. Okay, all right. Let's start with x to these 3. Okay, so you have x squared plus xh plus 3x. That's for the x. Now let's do negative 15, negative 15 to that, negative 15 to that, negative 15 to that. Okay, negative 15x, negative 15h, negative 45. Okay, now, all right, that's so crazy, right? Okay, so now, see this minus sign? That means there's a negative 1 there. Therefore, you need to multiply that negative 1 to every single one here. Okay, so I'm going to rewrite that here. I'm going to start my equal sign first. Do not lose track of your equal sign. You always start with that. That's your main division sign. Okay, so I'm just going to copy all of these. Oh, actually, I'm going to copy the denominator first. X plus h, oops, plus 3. X plus 3. Okay, so this is this part right here. Now I'm going to work on the top. I'm just going to copy the first part. And everyone else is multiplied by negative 1, meaning all their signs will change. Okay, let's extend this one. So you have x squared plus 3x plus xh plus 3h minus 15x minus 45. Okay, I hope I have some space. That's everything here. Now, negative 1 times every single one of here, that means everyone inside your parentheses will change sign because you multiply by negative 1. So the x squared becomes minus x squared. Minus x squared. The positive xh minus becomes minus xh. Negative positive 3x minus 3x. The negative 15 plus 15x. The negative 15 plus 15h. And then plus 45. Okay, so that's your fraction from here all over h equals. All right, h here, this denominator here, x plus h plus 3, x plus 3. Okay, now let's see what we can cancel out. Positive x squared, let me change a different color. Positive x squared will cancel with negative x squared. Positive 3x will cancel with negative 3x. Positive hx will cancel with negative hx. Negative 15x will cancel with positive 15x. Negative 45 will cancel with positive 45. And so therefore we're left with positive 3h and positive 15H. And so that becomes 18H. All of that is just equal to 18H. So now we're ready to, now this H really is just H over 1, right? So now we're finally ready to do the keep it, change it, flip it. I'm gonna my equal sign here. Oops, no, I'm not ready with that. Okay. Keep the numerator. Oh, I should not have done this. Okay. I don't know how to erase this. All right. Keep the numerator, which is 18H over x plus h plus 3 times x plus 3. Okay. This red line, which is a division sign, becomes a multiplication sign. You flip, keep, change, flip. This becomes 1 over h. And so this h right here will cancel out with this h right here. And then finally, your answer is 18 times 1. That's 18 over 80. All of these times 1 is all of that. X plus h plus 3 times x plus 3. That's why your answer is letter A. Okay, so I don't know if you made sense of all these numbers and letters, but that's how to do it. Good luck.